more user-friendly and not so much like this, but this is what we're stuck with today. So, first of all, do you want anything to drink or?
I'm totally fine. I'm fine. I'm really curious what's going on right now.
Well, over at your house, I said to you, we were talking about how you knew George, and you said Steve. You mean Steve, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he goes by Steve, and his last name is. I think I said Birch,
something like that. Birch, yeah.
Okay. And so I'm glad that you came here to talk with me about him.
Right.
But it's important once we get in this room, because it's an interview room and it's in a law enforcement center, that I explain to you that you're not under arrest and you're not in any trouble, and you're just here to have a conversation with me, and I really appreciate that. So I'm hoping that you can kind of tell me a little bit about your relationship with Steve. And, like, how long have you known him, and how long have you been dating, and stuff like that? And what do you know about him?
It's just dating, literally, like I said, 4 or 5 months, known him for about 6 months.
So back in, help me out with this, because I'm a little slow when it comes to months. So when about did you meet?
When he started at Blackstone, which was 6 months ago, so September. I need a freaking calendar.
Well, I've got tons too. If you can't find one, you just let me know, girl.
Early March, mid-March.
Okay. And you said Blackstone.
Blackstone, that's where I met him at.
Was he working there? Are you working there, both?
Well, I was working there originally with me and my mom, and then he came in, he moved from Virginia, came here, and that's where he first got his job at. That's where I first met him, that's how we first started talking, how everything first happened, just meeting him there.
Okay. So y'all were working there together?
Yeah.
And then just started chit-chatting?
Pretty much.
How long have you been living on Vader?
My whole life.
Oh, okay.
My whole life.
Mom's house?
Yeah.
You haven't moved ever?
No.
Okay. And so what was he doing at Blackstone when you first cooked? Okay. And you were
Everything.
running the joint?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Everything you is. I had a specific job, but they were like, no, you need to do this, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, so I just did everything. I did everything. I get sick of it. He doesn't know how to run his own business. I left. Me and my mom both left.
Okay.
He doesn't know how to run his business. He does not know.
The guy who owns Blackstone?
Yeah, he doesn't, if you have, like, let's say you and me have a confrontation, we're employees, and I go up to him and I say something, he's like, okay, and not do anything about it. So I got sick of it. I got sick of it. I was like, I can't do this no more.
Yeah, it gets a little tiresome, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. I was like, if you're not going to be even close to a boss, I'm not going to sit here and give you my time and do above and beyond and go, no, I'm not going to. Because if you're not going to, then I'm not going to.
I can tell you it works that way everywhere.
Well, in order to put good leadership skills and stuff in your employees and make sure they're doing their stuff right, man, you can go above and beyond by being nice to them and doing stuff for them.
I think you might be headed for management. Are you in school?
No, not at the moment. No, just kind of working, saving up money.
How far have you gone in school? Did you graduate?
I'll be senior year.
Okay. So did you get your GED or HSAD? Okay.
No, I went for it, then I got overwhelmed, felt stupid, and stopped.
Well, get back in.
No. I think I can too.
I'm sorry, let's get back. I digress. How did things progress with you and Steve? Am I calling him Steve or George?
You call me Steve, I'll be fine. We just, like I said, we kept on talking and this and that, and then one thing led to another, and just kept talking, and then that led over into us being actually together, and then just always hung out, and connected more with anybody else, so.
Okay. So he's kind of a little bit older than you, isn't he? And that's unusual. What do you know about him?
Apparently,
what do
jack
you know about
shit.
that guy?
He's got 2 kids, and he lives in Virginia,
Okay.
and his wife and him split.
Okay. Are they divorced? What has he told you?
He said they're divorced. But I'm literally second-guessing everything right now at this point in time.
Okay, so, that's also interesting. At your house, you said something about him being a liar.
Yeah, just for the pure fact of what's going on right now. I thought he used to tell me, I'll never lie to you. I will never lie to you. Why are cops at my house right now? Why am I sitting in a room full of cops if you've never lied to me? Obviously, he's lying with something on the record would not be here.
Okay.
That's what I just want to figure out.
So we start dating about what time? About when? You kind of make it official about when. Well, I don't know. Wait a minute, is there an officialness about your relationship, or did it just kind of?
It just kind of happened. I can't really tell you or give you an exact date. It's just.
Okay. Approximately, do you remember about a month that?
I would say about a month or 2 after maybe, or half a month maybe, and it started getting more and more and more and more and more,
Sure.
Like, it was actually, like, you could tell, I guess you could say.
What do you know? Okay, tell me what that means. Because
Like,
I might be able to tell a different way than you could tell.
Okay, yes,
So,
like,
yeah.
holding hands, kissing, basic stuff like that,
Okay.
I would say about that's when, for sure, like, I felt and he felt that we were.
Okay. And then is this kind of an exclusive thing, or is this a thing where y'all are seeing different people, or how does
I
that work?
hope not.
Now, just remember, Jordan, this is information that you know to be true and what you know of him. So don't worry about what you think.
Okay.
I know. Just tell me about your relationship. Kind of tell me a story about you and Steve and, I'm sorry, I'm used to calling him George. You and Steve and what you know about him, and if there's any uniquenesses or anything unusual. For instance, has he ever been violent? Have you ever noticed any peculiarities, anything like that? So if, that might be the best way for us to go about it. Just kind of tell me a story. And so you kind of start seeing each other. You said you met him in about March, right?
Yeah, well, March.
And so a couple months later, maybe in April, May,
yeah.
Y'all start seeing each other. Were you still working together at?
No, I left literally back so as soon as he got there. I couldn't handle it. I was at a breaking point. When he got there, I was at my breaking point. I can't handle it no more.
So, Blackstone and your house are kind of a ways away from each other. How did you guys stay in touch? I mean, did you just, were you kind of digging each other, or was he like sort of hitting on you, or how did you end up staying in touch if you left Blackstone and he was still working there?
Oh, I gave him my number, so he could contact me, and that's when he just kept hitting me out more.
And then, where did it go from there? Now, you said there was this, you started kind of seeing each other, but at some point, you said when we were on our way over here, there was this crash.
Yeah,
Can you tell me about that?
The cop, you should be able to talk to the cop and bring up the report, but, what's his face, I forgot his name, yeah, I don't know, I'm sorry, I forgot his name, he called me and was like, give me a call, blah, 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 obviously it was on my voicemail, I read it, then I called Steve, I was like, what the fuck, I wanted to bitch at him, that was my first instinct was to bitch, so I'm not even gonna lie, I wanted to bitch, but he went in there and he talked to him, so then the cop had his phone, so I answered it and talked with him, and he's like, well, last night when he was sleeping or whatever, they were all sleeping, Linda and Ed and him in the house, and they were all sleeping, and someone went into his vehicle, started it, took a vehicle, started doing some joyriding, hit a car, maybe a couple, brought it back to the same neighborhood, maybe forgot what house exactly he took it from, and then lit it on fire.
Okay. So were you with him Steve, were you with him that night?
I was sleeping. He was sleeping
Okay.
too. The cop called us and woke us up, and I was like, well, what the fuck?
Okay, so
Because they read the license plate and it came back under,
when I'm saying, you said you were sleeping, but were you guys sleeping together?
no, he
Oh,
was
somewhere
sleeping at his house.
Oh,
I was passed out, dude. The cop came and looked, I showed him my phone, and it was like, I stopped texting around, he was like 11, 12, maybe,
Okay.
and that happened around early in the morning, so.
So that kind of brings me to another question. Do you spend evenings with him? Do you sleep over at his residence, or does he sleep over at your house?
No, my mom does not like me, he's not allowed at my house, so I go over to his house and we'll sleep over there.
How often is that about?
When I sleep over, I mean, it's kind of often, but not really. He's unlike his roommate.
Who's his roommate?
I don't even know his name. It's like Woz or something. That's what he says, or what he calls him, or what he calls himself is Woz. So
Why don't you like him?
I don't like his personality, the way he talks. He doesn't talk to people. He like talks down towards you and like, I don't know how to describe it. Like a little prissy person, I guess you could say.
You mean like?
And I'm like stuck up. Like he's
Oh,
better.
Oh.
He's better. Kind of, I guess you could say.
When did he move in with this wife?
Like a month ago, not even.
A month ago? Where was he living before then?
We kind of bounced around at a hotel and stuff.
Okay. Well, what about this girl whose car this was, or the vehicle that got lit on fire?
That's when he first moved.
Oh.
He was there for a little while and then he left. Or they kicked him out and he went to that fucking hotel on Ashland. He went to staying at the hotel on Ashland.
Is it North or South Ashland? You mean, on South Ashland, would it be by Lombardi, or where?
I'm sorry, I don't know the street.
But
the gas station was a dinosaur.
Yeah. Okay, Dynastat. Okay. So why did they kick him out? Do you know?
The whole thing with the car, what was going on. Yeah. I guess she got a ticket for it or whatever, because it was her car and registered under her, so they gave her a ticket. She got mad.
Why did she get a ticket for her car being stolen?
Because that's what the cop told me.
Oh, okay.
The cop,
I don't really know.
Yeah, no, the cop told me, he's like, we had to give her a ticket because it was for a car under her insurance, it's all under her. So,
Did Steve ever say anything about that situation to you?
no, and the cop thought it was weird that all happened. He's like, well, if he says anything, let me know. So I always pressured him, like, into, like, saying something different, I guess you could say. He's always giving me the same fucking story each time, which I don't understand. Me, myself, I'm already sketched out by what would happen, same as what the cop would happen. Because it doesn't make sense. Well, he said, and I know he's done this. I know he has. I've seen it personally myself. I've actually went and teased him about it. He forgets me, leaves the keys in the ignition, or doesn't lock the door, go home, pass out. I've seen us do that. I have made fun of him. I actually stole his keys one time, but we look home and didn't look for a little while. So I have done that, and I ain't even gonna lie. But it's the pure fact that, like, someone came in to their garage, not really garage, it was driveway, whatever,
Okay.
looked around for a certain vehicle, took the vehicle, came all the way over on my street, on Bader Street, sideswiped a car, and then came back to the same neighborhood and set it on fire. I just thought that's weird. I don't know. I just think that's weird. But he said he didn't do it.
Did you believe him? Honestly, between us girls, did you believe him?
half of me does, but a little bit more than half doesn't, because, like, it was on my street. And who would go into someone's driveway to see the vehicle? But I've had that happen to me because actually right when that happened, a couple days before, someone cut off my fucking muffler on my car. Not my muffler, not my whole muffler, just the end part with the chrome that's worth a lot of money. Went on there with a freaking torch and torched it off. It's the only reason I remember. Maybe some asshole went underneath my car and torched it.
Where did that happen?
I don't know.
Oh,
I have no idea. It literally had been in my driveway while I was sleeping, or at work. Or I worked at Blackstone for a little while. It literally could have been only places. I just don't understand why.
Very odd.
Isn't that?
That's very odd. When did that happen?
A week or two before the car thingy happened. That's the only reason I
after
remember.
you missed speech.
Oh, about that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's probably the only thing I remember. I mean, I know I did park in that neighborhood, and I didn't live in this neighborhood. I'm not being mean to the neighborhood at all.
Yeah,
But it is,
no, I get it.
it's
Yeah.
pretty ghetto.
It's diverse,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Oh, better
Diverse.
word. Better word, yes.
We learn all kinds of good words like that.
Well, that's pretty much about it. That's why I remember it. So.
Did after you, okay, so when he was living with this guy and this gal, and the car got stolen, around that time, and then she, kicked him out, and he went to a motel on Ashland by Dinah Steps. So that would be, I can't remember the name of it, I want to call it Title Motel, but I don't think that's right. It's on the west side of the road though, right? You're not sure. So if you're headed out toward Dinah Steps, is it on the right hand, is it on the same side of the road, the motel? Okay. It's real close to there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So how long did he stay there?
He's gonna be okay. Like, a while.
During that time, that, around the time that the car got stolen, or before that, was there any unusual behavior?
I haven't seen him. And like I said, I haven't known him that long enough to see unusual behavior.
Okay.
This is all brand new.
Okay. Now, we talked on the way here about how long I've been doing this job, right? And longer than you young lady have even been breathing, so that's kind of fun for me to say. Not really, it makes me feel old. But the reason I tell you this is because I've heard a lot of things over the years, and I think we touched on that when we were on our way over here. There's really nothing that you can tell me that's, that I haven't heard before, or that would be shocking or surprise me. So I'm going to ask you about any sort of unusualness or peculiarities with Steve. I know you said that you would have a relationship. I'm assuming that's sexual. You kind of hinted toward that, correct? Okay. Did you notice anything? Have you noticed anything since you've been together that you would consider maybe a little out of the ordinary or unusual?
And
it's okay.
I literally, though, I haven't, like, something that literally I would look and second guess at and be like, why are you doing that, or you're weird. I haven't come across anything like that.
Okay.
Besides, he likes to clean. I think that's weird.
He likes to clean.
Oh, he loves to clean.
How does he clean?
He's a good cleaner. I've never, my whole life of knowing guys, I've never met a guy that took the initiative and be like, I'll do those dishes.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Never met a guy like that my whole entire life. Maybe it's just because I'm younger and there's little dickheads around my age, but...
So that's kind of interesting.
Like, you take the initiative and do the dishes. Your husband does not?
Oh, yeah.
See?
And he cleans, does he do floors and stuff too? Or is he just like the dishes doer kind of guy?
I think he's just the dishes doer, but every time I see him, he does the dishes. But
really?
even if not, you're still making the dishes. I think it's so weird because, like, why are you doing the dishes?
That's the only strange thing.
Pretty much. Because I actually clean, the guy cleaning.
But he doesn't clean the house.
I haven't seen him clean the house. I've seen him do the dishes. you know, wipe off the counters, make them look
Yeah.
nice, you know, maybe wipe down the fridge or something stupid on the outside. Like, I mean, I can see him every time he does it, he's doing the dishes. So obviously he has the wet cloth already, why not wipe shit down already?
Well, maybe that came from him being the dishwasher at,
Oh, yeah, being a cook and being a dishwasher and going,
does he use bleach when he cleans?
I don't think so.
Oh my God. That would be nice, to be nice and clean and.
Yeah. I don't think he uses bleach. Not even thinking about it. I don't think he does.
So, he stayed at this motel for how long, approximately?
A couple weeks maybe even just a week or two, I don't know. I would say somewhere between 4 to 2 weeks, maybe. Can't you go there and like get the records or something?
You can.
Okay.
You absolutely can.
Okay.
And this isn't about me talking to the people at the motel, which we'll probably do. This is just about me talking to you to find out how much you can help me with.
So do I get questions? Do I get my turn to ask?
You do,
Any questions?
absolutely you do. And I'll see what I can do to help you with this stuff, but we just kind of have to sort of figure out what you know and what you can help us with.
I really like to know what happened because I don't want to be around someone that did something bad, and that way I can determine it today, right now.
You will be finding out young lady, sooner than later. I promise you that there will be no questions in your mind anymore. Okay?
So, but you can't tell me right now what he did?
I'm going to confer with some people before I do that, before we have this talk. Okay? But what I think that I'm not really done. I'm not really finished. Just kind of getting some information from you. Okay? Some questions. We talked about your car when we were at your house, and you said, hell no, nobody drives my car except me.
Mm-hmm. I'm the only one insured under it. If anybody else drives it, I lose my loan and my insurance.
Okay. And we talked about whether Steve had stayed at your house ever, and whether there was anything at your house that might belong to him, and you had said,
hell no. My mom would kick my ass.
No, I wanted to ask you about that because a couple of times now I get the impression from both you and your mom. Your mom's on the phone and she's saying she wants to come in and talk with us about what's going on. She wants to know, she's curious, why are you coming here? So, and you tell me that you're mama's girl, and that she's very protective, which is phenomenal. Love to see that. Why do you think that mom doesn't like Steve?
I already know why. She doesn't like the age. She doesn't like the age difference. She hates it. She absolutely straight out freaking hates it.
What do you think about that? I mean, honestly, how old is he? How old is Steve?
We're 17 years apart. That's all I know. We're 17 years apart. I forgot how old he said he was, but we're 17 years apart.
And you're 21.
Yes. You know,
He's 38.
Yeah. I did second guess it at first, obviously, but after sitting and like thinking about it and this and that, you know, I didn't mind if he did the right things and was a gentleman. I didn't mind. And he proved it to me that he was.
What do you mean, how?
Just basic shit, you know, like you get a little text, be like, oh, good morning, hi, how are you doing, how's your day going? Just stupid shit like that, little notes, I love you notes and stuff, just a little dumb shit to, I guess, that made me feel special.
Well, that's cool. I mean, what girl doesn't like to do that way, honestly? And so if it's an older guy that does that, because quite frankly, I remember being your age and younger guys, they don't really know, do they?
No.
You know, they don't.
It's a complete utter wash to them.
Yeah. So there's an older guy that comes along. Is that what it is for you guys? Maybe what is it for him? Because are you a trophy for him?
That's what a bunch of my friends said. I asked him about it a bunch of times, he didn't know. And the other reason why is because I kind of thought about it. If I was, wouldn't I be showing off to people? Wouldn't I be we don't go around anybody, we don't really do much. And when we do, it's mainly because of me, or if, like, he's gotta go shopping or do some stupid running around. Where I'm totally fine and content with my family and a select few friends. That's how I've always been my whole life. I'm totally fine with it. I don't wanna go be productive and fucking smile and say hi to people. I'm sorry. I work in customer service, I'm not a fucking happy person. I can't deal with stupid people. I can't.
Oh, God.
And it's way over
my God, I don't hear that. Yeah.
Wow.
No, I
And
get it.
you just get to a certain point in customer service, you're like, what the fuck's your problem? Dude,
Yeah.
what? I can't. So it's just, and from being in customer service and working, I like my own time. No.
So you guys don't go out a lot?
No, the other reason why too is because I bring up my Xbox, play video games, stay in game, shit like that.
What's your favorite video game?
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
And that is, now you'll have to explain that to me because I'm not a great big huge Xbox person. As a matter of fact, you might be completely shocked to know that I've never played Xbox. I'm not even sure I would know what I was looking at unless it said Xbox on it, and I'm certain that I would know how to turn it on. So Call of Duty, I think, is when there's a bunch of military people running around and somebody's trying to kill everybody.
Yep.
Is that correct?
Correct.
So at least I know that.
Yeah.
What about Steve? Does he play video games as well?
If I force him to. Yeah, otherwise you just sit there watching.
He's kind of a big guy, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
So how do you force him to do?
I keep bothering him, just like mom, kid does to mom, here, play. Works out just fine.
And what is his favorite game?
We don't really have a favorite game. I guess the game that I force him to play the most would probably GTA, because it's more GTA, Grand Theft Auto. Because it's more, you can do whatever you want, I guess you could say, and there's not like a specific thing you have to do, or if you do it the right way or the wrong way, you can just do it and play and learn as you go. And he can do that. Because when I first played with him Call of Duty, I said, you're doing it wrong, stop it, turn right here. You get sick of it. If they kept on doing it, I'm like, oh my God, you're gonna die. So it was like shit like that. And I can't fucking play with you like doing this. I'm like, okay. So that's why I gave him that game. Because then I don't do that. I'm like, oh, instead if he dies, I'm like, you suck.
So it sounds like, it sounds kind of like you're more a homebody, but you just turned 21.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm guessing you probably have been to the bars before you're 21, which I don't care about. But do you guys go out?
I don't drink.
You don't?
I don't drink.
At all?
Nope.
No kidding?
I don't drink. I don't like drinking. I don't like him drinking. I don't drink. I don't like it. It was part of the thing that when we got into this, I wasn't going to drink. I don't like it. I just don't.
So, does he drink?
Not unless she talks to me and I get money, okay? Otherwise, I do not approve of it at all in any sort of way.
Really, why? That's interesting coming from...
Yeah, from a 21-year-old, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I've been like this for the last 3 years. I was diagnosed with something where if I drink too much or eat too much of certain things, which is beer is one of them, and liquor, it can tear a hole in the lining of my stomach. It makes me feel like shit. I feel like completely and utterly sick to my stomach if I just take one sip of alcohol. So that's why I was like, I don't need it. What is it of any importance of doing to me anyway? It should be illegal, honestly.
I think at one time it was. They called it prohibition.
But it should be again, honestly. It's not a good thing, but yet we have 10 bars in a fucking walking distance within a block, so whatever.
Within a block of what?
like Broadway, how there's like 15 bars going all the way down, they're all in walking distance.
Yeah.
Only Wisconsin.
Do you know, does he go to bars? Do you know what bars he goes to?
Hell no, dude. If he goes to a bar, he has to ask me, and he knows that I don't like it, so he ain't gonna go anywhere around here or there, because I get pissed. Like, dude, why are you fucking drinking? That's like the main issue. Like, if I see him and like I can smell like a little bit of alcohol, I'm like, what the fuck? What are you doing? You don't drink with me, and then I get mad, and then I'll leave. And he'll be like, I'm sorry, and then the next day I'll stay sober, I'll sit and talk, and I'm like, dude, I don't want to fucking drink. I want you drinking. I don't like drinking. I do not like drinking. I'm 21, whatever. For my birthday, I literally went out to the first bar, so goodbye, we got to, I'm like, I want to go home. Are we done? Can I go home and sleep?
So did you go with him?
No, for my birthday, me and my mom. Me and my mom, her friends, we all went out, whatever. So literally the second bar I went to go to sleep. Fucking want to go to sleep.
Where did you go?
Bacon Ridges was the first one. Job Center was the second one. Job Center.
Where are these places? I've never heard of them.
Bacon Ridges. Or like super, University. Bacon Ridges and University.
I honestly cannot even picture that place.
Okay.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter, does it?
It's on University, that's all I know. The other one is on Side Street by, you know where Tim Sons is? Tim Sons. Japanese house.
Yep, but
on the east side.
Or in
On the east side.
Okay, yep.
It's around there, on one of the side streets in the back, Job Center.
Okay.
It's around over there.
I don't think I think maybe I do know where that is, approximately, but I've never been there. So those were the places he went to, and that was all?
Yeah.
And you don't know whether he goes out, or where, if he does go out, where he hangs out, nothing like that?
If he does, I get mad right away, even if he does. I'm like, I don't even care where you are, I immediately bitch right away. Just, why are you out drinking? You should go drinking, I do not like it.
So what time, you go over to his house, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and don't like Waz, his, roommate. When did he move in with Waz? I forget, I'm sorry.
He was like a month ago.
Okay. And do you stay overnight? Have you?
I stayed over that 5 times in total.
You mean since you've been together?
Yes.
Oh, okay. What about?
I don't like his roommate. Otherwise than that, I just stay with him really late, watch movies, sit, talk, and then I go home.
When you say really late, for me that's subjective.
2, 3, 4 a.m. sometimes.
Okay. So about how often would you say that you've seen, when you first started seeing each other and things started progressing?
Every day we see each other.
When you guys first started seeing each other?
About every day.
Oh, really?
There's probably maybe a week or so on the other side of the whole entire day where I'm sorry. I literally just woke up. I was taking my dog out. You guys can more. Just woke up. I'm sorry.
So there was a week. You said you see each other almost every day.
There's we see each other almost every day, but there was a week in there where we just didn't talk. We didn't see each other. He was doing shit for work. I got a new job over at Davis Bridal there. I was fucking working my ass off, trying to get more hours, trying to learn more things, because I only have to disclose as much stuff, and I know that. Yeah. So I need to learn more in order to get more hours to get more money.
Yeah.
So that's why I was working on that, and just because of working so much this and that, I really didn't have time until everything kind of calmed down, because I was working every day, the long shifts, because I just started out and needed to train me.
When was that?
It was reset, I say like 2 months? Sorry.
I'm going to get us a soda.
Sorry, like 2 months I'd say.
So 2 months ago,
Okay,
2 months ago, there was about a week in time where you didn't see each other? How'd that go?
It's fine. We still talk. We still text every day. We still call each other. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But we didn't see each other.
So it's not that you broke up?
No.
Okay.
No, we were busy. I had to get my new job. I wake up with the crack at the fucking dawn every morning. So I was like, I need to at least be in bed for like 7. He's like, are you shitting me? And I'm like, yeah, I need a clock latest.
Okay.
So that's why I'm not a normal 21-year-old. I need my sleep and I don't drink, so.
That's very unusual, I have to say.
Yeah.
It sounds like
A
you're
lot of
very
people-
responsible.
Yes, a lot of people say that towards me. Oh, you just come over. I don't want to. I lost half my friends because I don't want to go and drink or do this drug with them or do all this bullshit that I used
Do you
to.
smoke pot? Anything?
Yeah, I used to do it all the time. I used to do it all the time. Maybe occasional, don't get me wrong. I'll take like
oh, by the
a
way,
year or something.
I'm sorry, I don't care if you're I don't
I mean,
care.
like, that's what I'm saying, like, occasionally.
I'm
it's
just
like,
curious, do you do anything at all? Like, do you have any sort of substance use?
Occasionally, like, I'll smoke. Don't get me wrong. Occasionally, I'll smoke, but it's not like, I need this.
Yeah.
Like, no. Yeah. I don't care. I'm just not that type of person.
Okay, so we have, you and Steve are together, you started dating around April, May-ish, 2 months after you met each other. Nothing unusual has happened. What about, so no violence, what about fighting? Do you guys argue or fight? No fighting.
The main thing that we don't fight, we literally talk to each other, just talk cuss, pretty much, I guess you could say.
I'm sorry, did you say talk cuss?
Yes. Yes. Oh, yes, I did. Like, we'd be sitting here, like, basically, we'd be laughing and shit, and, like, like I said, it's like, I see him, I smoke a drink, I'm like, what the fuck you doing? Fucking drinking, you lazy pants, what the hell is wrong with you, shit like that, and he's just like, well, fuck you, and I'm like, what, you want another drink? I'll shove it down your throat, like, bring it on, stupid shit like that.
So it's kind of
Jokingly, yeah.
This is kind of interesting to me. I mean, you've been dating. Do you know anything about his past? Do you know anything about him at all, other than he has 2 children and?
He was from Virginia, a long time ago. He was in prison for, something.
Do you know what?
He was in prison for something a long time ago in Virginia.
Do you know what?
He was 18 or something. I think, someone was shooting or something, and then he shot back, and someone died or something, I think, or something. Something like that, right? Right? Isn't it like that?
Something.
Yeah. Something like that. That's what he told me or something. Something that had to do with some type of drugs or something. Someone didn't like him or some shit, so someone came, tried shooting at him or something. And then he shot back or some shit like that, and he was in jail for a long time.
And then someone died.
I guess. I guess that happened before he went in, I think. Like,
what do you mean before he went in?
Before he went into jail, like, that's how he found out, it was like someone died. And then it was like, I think it was like technically like a homicide or murder, whatever, however you want to say that, whatever word you want to use. That's why he went to jail, because he killed that person, or whatever.
How did you feel about that?
I second-guessed myself a lot, yes. Oh, yes, I did. I actually looked him up. I tried looking him up on the Green Bay court thing. Couldn't find anything. CCAP. Yeah, sure. I couldn't find anything, and then I tried for Virginia because I'm not living in Virginia, and I don't have this thing. I would have to pay for it to look and get a background check.
Did you ever ask him anything more about that?
Oh, I always ask him. And just because, like, me personally, you don't fully know someone until probably about the 3 or 4 mark.
3 or 4 year mark?
Yep.
Okay.
You're not going to truly know someone until around there. So, yes, I questioned him all the time. I always ask him. I repeatedly ask him. I ask him in different ways to see if he gives me a different answer from a different way. It's always the same thing, so. Either he's paying really close attention or he's literally telling me the truth. I mean, why would someone keep that up of much of a charade, though? That's why I keep saying, giving to me, but that look that you just gave me was like, some people do that.
Some people do.
And, I don't know, this whole thing is just making me second guess. Now, I really want to know what's going on. Do I get to ask questions? Like, I really am curious.
You do, and before you do that, I'm going to ask you, do you want a soda, or do you want something to drink? Because
probably just this caffeine, something caffeine.
I'm thinking we both could use some caffeine, frankly.
Yeah.
And what about a bathroom break?
I'm totally fine.
I'm totally fine. I'm going to step out for a second. What kind of soda do you want here?
Yeah, like Mountain Dew or something.
I do.
Awesome.
I don't know if we have regular or diet. Do you hate
that
diet?
Shit don't matter.
Okay. Just so long as I know that
matter.
I can't drink anything that makes me sick.
Yeah,
I'll be right back and get us something.
All right.
Oh, you know what I wanted to ask you before I forget? Do you know of any illegal activity at Steve has been involved in?
No. Why? What is he doing?
Okay, well, that's a good question, isn't it? And that's what I want to talk to you about. Have you had any involvement in anything?
With him?
Yeah, that you want to talk to me about right now? Okay.
The only thing that I can tell you is that I went and bought him like a dub of weed. That's pretty much about it. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't.
Just other than weed, other than, like...
That's literally been it. Like, that's all he's ever asked me for. And obviously he doesn't know anybody around here, and I do. So I would have to talk to him.
Is there anything in your phone, anything on your phone that you would be concerned about, like anything, any text messages? Would it be okay with you if we extracted the...
If I need to know what's going on first. If I need to know what's going on first before I just totally give you guys my everything.
Yeah. Your everything?
You've already came to my house, looked at my car, you got my phone. I literally need to know what's going on.
Okay, but we were not in your house.
No, but I'm saying you were at my house. I need to know what's going on before I keep giving you my stuff.
Yeah.
Is
there something that you'd be concerned about, though? I need to know that, Jordan.
No, nothing in it that I'm concerned. The only thing that I'm concerned about is me being with him, is me going back to him tonight and not knowing what's happening. I would like to know for my safety, me and for my family, my mom.
I think you're going to be going back to him. I'm going to get you a shoulder, okay? Do you want to go to the bathroom? I'll be right back. I would really appreciate it if you don't access your phone right now. Okay? You can doodle, however, if you'd like to.
Okay.
Here, have some doodling. I'll be right back. Mountain Dew. Okay, young lady, I don't see any doodling. A little bit. I'm going to do something I never ever do. Have a Mountain Dew. I don't drink soda. So if my leg is going like your leg, after I get done drinking the soda, you'll understand why. Okay. I know that you're concerned. I want you to take a deep breath, okay?
I just want to know what the hell is going on. I want to know what I
I'm
got
going to
myself
tell you.
into.
I'm going to tell you, and I don't think you're going to like this much. But what I'd like to do first, we've talked about a lot of things, and what I'd like to do is get a statement from you, okay? I can promise you this, that your statement is helpful to us. It helps us to understand what you know about what's going on, or what you don't know about what's going on, okay? These things that I've asked you today, there's a reason that I've asked you. So, that's okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yes? Okay.
Thank
Can
you.
I ask you a question?
So you didn't tell me
A
this
while ago?
before or after the statement?
Oh, we always do the statement first. We have a certain specific way that we do things, and we don't deviate, we don't change because there's a reason for that, okay? I understand that you want to know, and I'm going to answer these questions for you. But here's why we don't do that. And I'll tell you very, what's going on?
I'm really nervous. I really want to know what the hell's going on. I actually really
You want to
want
go have a cigarette?
No, I just really want to know what the hell's going on and what...
Okay. I get that. But the reason we don't talk about things before the statement, the reason we don't do that is because we don't want to poison the statement. It's important that I get from you raw information. And what you told me, I think, is honest. Would you say that what you told me is honest?
100%.
And I believe you, and that's why it's important. Now, have you told me anything that you think is going to get you in trouble? No. Let me answer that for you. No. If
So my
there's
question
something-
is,
if there's something that you know, Jordan, if there's something that you're aware of, that happened, not with you and Steve, but that happened with Steve that you're aware of, let me ask you this, would you tell me?
Yes. Yeah, I'm not going to protect someone that I don't know.
And I believe you. I believe that, especially in this situation. But it's important that we get raw information from the people that we're talking to. And believe me, we're talking to a lot of people, and so far, everybody's been very cooperative. Just like you come in here, we come to your house, I introduce myself, I ask you kind of right out of the gate, I ask you, is it okay with you if I look in your car? And you say, yeah. Is it okay with you if you come with me to the sheriff's office so that we can have a conversation about Steve? And you say, yeah. That doesn't sound to me like somebody who has anything to hide. And it certainly doesn't sound to me like a young lady who's going to lie to me about anything. And honestly, Jordan, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm absolutely not going to. I understand you want to know right now, and that part of that is your youth. I understand that. Part of that is also that you've been spending time with a guy who now you're starting to think you don't know. But what I'd like you to do is just be patient and trust me and trust that I'm not going to lead you astray.
I would just like to know if he goes to jail for how long?
He's going to go to jail for a long time.
Will my statement affect that and what he does? And will it make him go to jail if I give a statement? How many other people have given statements?
Everybody that we're talking to is being very honest. And I can't share with you that information the same as I would.
I just want to know how many people. 5, 6, 7.
I can't tell you that. And part of the reason I can't tell you that is because I don't know, but also I wouldn't tell anybody else, that I was talking to you. This conversation that you and I are having is a conversation between you and I. Okay? Some tissue.
No, I just want to know what the fuck's going on, because I'm already the one calling me, but I just want to know what's going on, seriously. I don't want to be put in a position or hang out with someone that obviously is doing something they're not supposed to be doing and getting me in trouble and shit. I just really want to know what the fuck's going on.
You're not in trouble, Jordan. You're not in trouble. You're not in trouble. I think you're in a situation where you're pretty blind, but you're not in trouble. And the reason you're here is because this is a serious situation.
Exactly. It wouldn't be this serious if someone wasn't talking to me right now. And that's why I want to know what is it about.
That was in trouble?
It wouldn't, I know it wouldn't be this serious if you weren't bringing me in here, sitting and talking to me, coming to my house.
Yep. That's true.
That's why I just want to know. I just want to know,
But if
even just a generalization of what is it about. Is it about drugs? Is it about girls trafficking, something, money?
Okay.
Like, what is it
Would
about?
it help you to sit down if I told you?
Yes,
that it's
it 100% it would.
It's about a homicide.
Let's do that.
No.
A different person? Like he did it. So we hear a great guy.
Please. Yeah, somebody here in Green Bay. Do you know anything about them?
No. You fucking killed someone? Hey, can I ask you, can I have a cigarette?
Let's go outside. Have a cigarette.
Can I just leave my stuff in here?
Absolutely. You want to bring your soda?
No.
Okay. Here, I'm gonna shut our door then. All right? This door, not locked. Okay. Young lady, we're talking about, doing a statement. How about that? Get a quick statement?
Sure.
Oh, so the, cell phone is a track phone. It's cell phone now.
Mhm.
No carrier.
Yeah.
And I, just so, because I wasn't quite sure, sometimes I'm a little hard of hearing, my age, and a lot of gunshots and sirens over the years kind of destroyed some of the hearing, but, the cell phone, his cell phone, did I understand you correctly to say that he was on, what is her name? Linda. He was on her plan, and then she got mad and shut his phone off. But it cost him too much to go back on the other plan, so he got this one.
Exactly.
And that was right after he, moved out from Linda's, correct? Okay, you know what, this is an awesome machine, and I'm sure that you know what it is. But it makes my life a lot easier because I get to type stuff.
So this is a dumb question, but
No.
this person's dead.
Not such a dumb question ever. Go ahead.
This person's dead.
Yes. This person's dead.
Was it a violent matter that it was done in, or was it literally just like a shot to the head?
I can tell you this. I cannot give you any particulars.
No.
I'm going to.
No, just was it a violent one? It was violent?
Why do you ask that though? That's interesting.
I'm just curious because he's never showed me violent in him at all. He's never yelled at me. I've never, ever, ever, ever seen him get pissed off in any sort of way.
Really?
Yep. He's actually a very calm, cool, collective man. Thinks about his shit before he does it. That's why I'm curious.
Thinks about his shit before he does it. In what way? How do you?
It's like filtering your mouth. Like, you want to say something, but it's not the right thing to say. So you think about it first before it goes out the whole trap. That's stuff like that, or like.
You mean so not so much like other people that you might know?
Exactly. Or kids my age, where they're just like, oh, I'm just gonna say this and blurt it out just to hear me talk.
Okay.
Like, he actually thinks about it and thinks about my feelings and this and that. Like, he has thought behind it. He's a good guy, and I thought he was. I don't know. He's an awesome guy. Like, I don't understand. I really don't. He's an awesome guy. He hasn't showed me any reason to be doubting of any sort of way.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to step up and take this. Yankee. I will talk to you soon. I'm in the middle of an interview, but I'm gonna call you right after I'm done with your vehicle. Okay? No. Not serious. So, as a matter of fact, if you could just grab that sucker on the commercial, that'd be great. Oh, great. Okay. Super. I will talk to you a little later then. Thanks. Bye. Okay, young lady. Cell phone. Are you okay with us extracting?
Why do you need it? Oh.
Because the things that you are talking to me about, the things that you tell me, the cell phone shows that's how things work.
So is this gonna help him?
Well,
Or is this gonna go against
it's
him?
going to help you, and it's not going to go against him. We have everything that we need. So what the cell phone does is, The reason we ask for cell phones is because it shows credibility. So you know what that means, right? Credibility means that what you say is accurate. You're credible. You're truthful.
Okay.
And so what you're telling us is this person text messaged you a lot. I'm assuming that maybe there are some text messages saying we're getting together at this time or whatever, or I'm on my way. Those are the things that we cross-reference. We cross-reference data. The stuff that you're providing with your cell phone helps us to establish.
It would just be his type? Just his?
Well, we can't pick and choose what the phone dumps for the data download, but what I can tell you is that we're only interested in that. We're not interested in anything else, but like we don't care about photos and videos and stuff like that. That's not what we're looking for.
But it's just in his text.
We're looking for text between the two of you. That's it. And it's up to you. And honestly, I can't think of a reason why. Is there a reason you're hesitant? I mean, I can see that you're hesitant about it. Is there a reason?
I don't want to get myself in trouble.
Did you have anything to do with the homicide?
No, I just don't want...
Then you can't get yourself in trouble.
So anything else of what I said in this phone to other people does not matter?
Not at all. We're not interested in that.
And anything I said to him about different stuff does not matter?
No. What we're interested in doing is figuring out whether there's any text messages that said, for instance, baby, it's okay that you killed her. I forgive you. It was a girl? Yeah, it's a girl. And so if you don't know anything about this, do you know anything about this? What's going on, Jordan?
He did this to a girl?
Mm-hmm.
He's not violent, though.
And if that's the case, we're going to be able to tell that in your text messages. Is that okay with you? Well, first things first, I'm going to have you sign what's called a consent form, because that's showing everybody, I can't take your phone, that's showing everybody that you're, consenting to this download.
Was this girl killed at night or midday?
At night.
At night? Late night? Like 3, 4 a.m.?
I can't tell you that.
Because I'm literally with him every night. That's why I'm a little bit confused.
Were you with him when a homicide occurred?
Like, I seen it on the news or something. I heard about it, like, when I was with him.
Everybody. No. Have you, well, you know what? That's a good question. That's a good question, isn't it? Has he been interested in any homicides that have occurred in Green Bay?
No. The only one that he was helping me through is Suzette. The only one that is helping me through is what happened to Suzette.
Has he been interested in learning any more about anything going on in Green Bay?
No. He's just trying to comfort me and
Jordan, J-O-R-B-A-N.
And just make him feel a little bit better. Ray, R-A-E.
Spell your last name.
S-C-H-E-Y-L-E-R.
And your date of birth.
September 3rd.
this is a Samsung, what is it though? What type of phone?
I think you're right, it's a Blackberry, right?
I think it is. Here, do you mind if I take this off?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, it's messy in the bag.
If it's like mine, I never take the,
Yeah.
I'm not going to do anything with this other than provide it to, so I'm not gonna take the, do you ever take the back off?
I haven't taken it off in forever.
Yeah, let's not now. Okay. Samsung, what color is that? Black?
I think it's
Blue, it looks like, huh? Let me ask you this. Has anybody besides you used your phone? Do you own this?
Yeah, no, it's just me.
Okay, so it's controlled by you and it's owned by you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Consent is given to Sergeant Vicky Yankee. And or Brown County Sheriff's Office. So what I'm gonna do is give this to my computer guru. I'll have you sign here. So basically this.
Okay, hold on. Weird question of government weird bullshit. You're not gonna put like anything stupid on there, like listen to my phone calls, get my text or anything.
That's not legal.
Okay.
That only happens in
I mean, it only see the movies.
Okay, yeah. That only happens in the movies. It doesn't happen in real life.
It's just
Nobody
curious.
has money for that. And to do wiretaps, that's a federal, great big huge federal.
Yeah, you have to have like a warrant or something for it, right?
Like a billion warrants.
Okay.
And they're impossible to get, and they don't occur in situations like this.
Yeah, it's just.
So, yeah, no.
I watch a lot of crime and investigations going.
All that stuff, just so you're aware, looks really super awesome on TV,
Yeah.
but it doesn't happen in real life.
Oh, okay. I was just curious.
So this says that the phone is owned and controlled by you, that it's a Samsung. I'm going to put a blue cell phone instead of putting the serial number, which I'll get later from our dude who's going to do the download. And then this just states that you're giving me permission and Brown County Sheriff's Office because I'm not sure whether Bailing or our other gal are going to do it. So, and that's where you sign. Jordan, I gotta tell you, there are no tricks in this room. I know you're hesitant, but there are no tricks. What I'm telling you is straight up. And by the way, you'll have a copy of that. I'm gonna get this off to them right away so they can start the download, okay?
How long is that going to?
That's why I'm gonna get it to them right away, so it's quick and they can get us the phone back, okay? It doesn't take long, but it takes a little bit of time. And while we're doing the statement, we can have the cell phone come through. That's for you. I'll be right back with this. Oh, is it password protected? No. Okay. I'll be right back. Doodle if you want to. I'm going to start that right away. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's get this going and get you cleared of all this.
Is he literally the only one that you feel that did it?
Yes. Feel? I don't feel. I know. I don't feel anything. It doesn't work that way. See, this is the part where I said that this wasn't gonna be an easy thing for you to hear. But you don't wanna smack somebody in the head with this, do you? You know, would that be fair of me? Smack you in the head with all this information? Do you think that would be fair? It's not a very nice thing to do, is it? I mean, think about it. You've spent several months with this guy. You think you know him. What kind of person would I be if I came in and hit you with all that at once? What kind of shit?
There's literally no one else. And how would someone even know if it was him, if it was just those two?
Is there anybody else?
Hold on.
What's that?
Hold on.
What are you thinking?
I just don't understand. He could have not done something like this. There's no way he could have done something like this. There's no way he wouldn't be as cool and as calm and as collected as he is if he would have. There's no way. No way he would have done this. With him all the time.
Do you want some tissue? We have a lot of crying in this room, in these rooms. Pretty normal. Pretty normal stuff. So I always start these the same way, and I'm just gonna talk out loud while I'm typing, okay? So you know this part that I'm typing, and then we'll kinda fill in the blanks about what we talked about. My name is Jordan Schuyler, and I am 21 years old. I completed 11 years of school and can read and write English. I understand that I am not under arrest and am free to leave at any time. I am giving this statement to Sergeant Nikki Yankee freely. Yes? Okay. I live with my mom, Heather, and should we say her, should we use Schuyler? Schuyler? I have lived there all my life. Okay. Who else lives there right now?
My mom. Corey just got there like a week ago.
Okay, so a friend of my mom's, Corey, do you know his last name?
His mom, yeah.
C-O-R-Y, and we say L-N-U then, which is last name unknown. That's what L-N-U stands for. So Corey Lanou has been staying for about a week until, what, will be moving out soon?
Hopefully.
Oh, never mind. Okay. Since he had problems with his wife, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Okay. Nobody else lives with us. Currently. Okay. So I have been dating, should we call him Mike? I'm sorry, Steve?
Yeah.
Okay. Steve. And what's his last name?
Birch.
Do you know how to spell it?
B-U-R-C-H. Or B-R-U-C-H, one of them.
For about how long?
4 or 5 months, somewhere around there.
5 months. Now, we don't live together, and he never stayed at my house overnight, right? Has he, you said he doesn't have any property at your house?
No.
And he has never driven my car
No.
or borrowed it?
Hell no.
Okay. That's definitely your car. Okay. Please tell me if you want tissue, okay?
I just want to hurry up and get the fuck out of here.
I understand completely, and I will help you to do that. Okay. I don't drink and don't like it when Steve drinks. Correct?
Correct.
Okay, so you said he has to ask you for permission?
He usually does.
Okay.
Why is this of any importance in a statement?
I ask for a lot of information. That's how I do statements. It's just kind of my routine, and I stick with it. So I grab a whole bunch of information. For instance, we know that he does drink. And so this goes to explain that you don't really know that he drinks.
Well, like, I knew before, but I told him afterwards, I seen him drunk a couple times. It was like, I'm done. You're not drinking anymore. I'm done.
So you saw him drunk a couple times and you didn't like it?
Not, I mean, super stay drunk, just kind of drinking.
Okay.
I just don't like it. I don't like drinking. Not a drinker. I don't like it.
Okay. Okay. So, Steve and I, you said you pretty much hang out all the time?
Literally every day. And if we're not together, we're always texting.
Okay. So this incident, well, you said you kind of started seeing each other around April or May, right? What's that?
Around there somewhere. It was literally like, I literally known him, I known him for not that long, and then we just kept hanging out, and that's where it progressed from there. Like, it wasn't even that long that I known him, we just got together right away, literally. And even when we were just hanging out, we were together, like, almost all the time, except when I said he was out of work, and I was at work.
Okay.
So the only time we weren't together, literally every day.
Okay. But you weren't sleeping overnight together, correct?
I've only slept there about 5 times. I've never...
You said he was living at Linda and what's the...
Linda and Ed.
Linda and Ed?
Yes. I've only slept over a couple times, but I'm literally there with him until 3, 4, 5 a.m. I'm literally with him that long. Like, all day. And I stay with him almost all night, and then I go home. That's why I don't understand. I'm literally with him all the time.
Okay.
I really don't understand. He's never showed not one tendency of being violent in any sort of way.
Jordan? It seems like you're getting pissed off, and typically this is about the time where people get pissed off at the police. But I can tell you this, I didn't cause this situation.
You have to have the wrong guy. It's not him.
I wish I could say that we do, but we don't.
There's no way that could be him. There's no way. My husband never done anything to hurt me. He did nothing but help me. Literally said nothing but help me. I bought when I'm out of money. I have nothing left. He buys me gas. He buys me cigarettes. Like, he buys me fucking food. I have no food. Like, he's done nothing but help me. That's why I don't understand. There's no way this could have been him. No fucking way.
Okay. We're not together, we're always texting. We began seeing each other around April or May, and at that time he was living with Linda and Ed.
I don't know when he last lived in Ed.
Were you guys, when you started seeing each other, was he living there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
He was living there for a while when we were together. I stayed over there all the time. All the time.
and you stayed there?
All the time, because everyone there were awesome. Because I stayed there all the time with them. He had his own rooms to be ready to go, just play video games up in the room, or bring the dogs outside, take the dogs outside, play with them, talk with Ed and Linda, whatever.
Okay, so I stayed there all the time with him and would talk with Ed and Linda, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So how often would you say you slept overnight there? About,
See, what's your definition of sleeping in there overnight? Like, what's the definition of that? I mean, like, you can sit, you can cuddle and lay down for a little while. I'd leave at sometimes 4 or 5 a.m., sometimes 6.
Okay. So there were times where you would stay there, and were there times where you wouldn't stay there, or did you stay there every night?
I pretty much stayed there every night until literally, ask my mom, I wouldn't come home until 4 or 5 a.m., sometimes 3. I would not, if they were out in there, I'd literally never come home out of it, always be with them. Always.
Okay.
But you don't understand, I was always with him. Even if I wasn't, he would text me and call me, otherwise I was always with him.
Okay. So I pretty much stayed there with him until 4 or 5.
So this homicide happened when the truck then?
Yep. Right about that time. In the same time frame. Not that same night.
Was it after the truck was on fire?
Mm-hmm.
So it was before.
Yeah. What are you thinking?
Strictly everything in my head.
Well, the night that truck thing happened, you were at home, right?
Less than about 11, 12, maybe 1. That's on home podcast, so
And he was at home?
I left, yeah. We just going to bed.
So we began seeing each other around April or May, and at that time, he was living with Linda, and I stayed there all the time with him and would talk with Linda and Linda. I pretty much stayed there with him until 4 or 5 in the morning and then went home, right?
Mhm.
How often was that?
Literally every day. The moment we started being with each other, we knew that Ed and Linda was just pretty much with him every day.
Okay. And are you saying that you were with him every day and pretty much every night? See, you want to be really careful right now, because what you were telling me initially was you stayed with him, you know, and when we originally were talking about your house, you said maybe you stayed overnight with him 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, like, I don't know, my definition of overnight is probably different than yours.
Okay.
Overnight, to me, that's why I wanted to ask you what your definition was.
Mm-hmm.
Sleeping to me overnight is literally I'm staying there, I'm leaving maybe 10, 11, 12, you know, getting ready, this and that. But like, I would sit there and like cuddle with him and lay down, we'd wake up, maybe watch some TV, this and that, go back, lay down, a little bit more cuddle. And I'd stay there until literally 4 or 5 a.m. and then I'd come home, and that's when I would actually go to bed.
Okay.
So I don't know what you consider staying over is.
Do you think that when you were texting each other, would it be safe to say that when you were texting, you weren't together? Because why would you sit next to somebody on the couch and text them? That would be silly, wouldn't it?
We never text each other right next to each other.
Right. That would be silly, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we never text each other right next to each
So
other.
if you were texting each other, you weren't with each other, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Usually the only time that it was when he was at work in the afternoon.
Okay.
That's why I don't understand. Fucking understand. So confused. There's no way that he could have done this. They're for real, head. There's no way. There's no way that was him.
Okay. So can you tell me about an incident, let's talk about this incident quickly with the car that was stolen. Because here's the thing, you know, when we were sitting by your house, you're telling me the cops are at my house, and you know what, I don't want to put you in a position where you feel like you have to defend somebody. You love this guy, don't you? Well, here's the thing, Jordan. Whether you love him or don't love him, however you feel about him, what he did, he made the decision to do. That had nothing to do with you, and it certainly didn't have anything to do with me. You know? Did it have anything to do with you? I don't think so. But he made his own decision, and I don't think you want to be sticking up for him right now. Because when we were, Jordan, literally, there is a way. There is a way. And I know that you're not happy with me being the bearer of bad news. I know you know, you're looking at me like you're pissed off at me, and I get that. And you can be pissed off at you want, but I got to tell you, there is a way. And I'm sorry to have to be the one. But you don't want to put yourself in a position where you're saying, there is no way. He didn't do it. This didn't happen. I was with him every night, because now you're putting yourself in a position where you're providing an alibi for him. And I literally was. Well, you just start telling me, Jordan, you just start telling me, not even 5 minutes ago, that there was a car that was stolen, and that you weren't with him when the car was stolen, and then it was like midnight, right? Okay. So So it wasn't every night that you were with him?
I had to work the next day. That's why I went home so I could sleep.
So you just got done telling me not too long ago that you like your sleep and that you would go home
That was the
early.
main thing that we always talked about, is because I wanted to go home early to sleep and be like, oh, you know, you can sleep with me. So that's why I go there and I cuddle with him for a little while and we pass out. And I go home and actually get sleep myself so I can be productive. That were customer service, I miss sleep. Otherwise, I'm gonna be the crankiest bitch in customer service ever. Yeah, it's just me. I know me. I can't.
Customer service where?
I told you Dennis Carlo. I deal with bitchy brides.
When did you get that job?
Not too long ago.
Okay, so we texted when we weren't together. We never texted each other when we were with each other, correct?
Never texted each other when we were with each other. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So there was a situation when was it Linda's car?
That's Linda's.
Linda's car was stolen out of her driveway.
Mhm.
Okay. So you said Steve had the car last and left the keys in it?
Yeah, he brought him home from work or wherever he was. I forgot it was either work or something. And he came home and forgot to fucking take the keys out like he always fucking does. And he just walked inside and went to bed.
Were you there?
No, but I've seen him forget his keys in the trucks plenty of times.
Okay. So I wasn't there, but I know he leaves keys in cars, or I know he has left. Plenty of times, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the car was taken and someone drove it past my house.
I don't know, I didn't see if the cop said that, there was a vehicle sideswiped on my street.
Oh, I see. Okay, so the car was taken and then later started on fire.
As you said, yeah, it was brought back to the neighborhood and started on fire in the neighborhood where they got it.
This because a cop called me, right?
Oh.
And told me that, Linda's car sideswiped another car near my house. And then, was driven back to Linda's, to the area of Linda's house, right?
Yeah, in the area.
Did you tell me that, the cop asked you about, whether Steve did it?
Yeah.
Or where Steve was?
Yeah.
And what did you say?
He wasn't with me, I'm sleeping at the house, and I think he did it. No. Because I trusted him and loved him, but yeah, maybe there was a second thought in my mind that someone ran and stole a random vehicle, randomly ended up in my street, and then randomly back to the same neighborhood and started the vehicle on fire. Yeah, it's a little weird. Yeah, I had a second thought about it. It just sounds weird. But I trusted him.
Was the girl raped? tell you that?
When she was.
Prison. The cop asked me whether Steve was with me, and I told him no, that I didn't think Steve had anything to do with it. I did. Steve told me he didn't, right?
Mhm. I always questioned him, I always asked him different ways, and he always said the same thing. Tried catching him off guard all the time. And I felt like there wasn't, and he always said the same thing.
So I thought it was weird that the car was just taken by a random person and happened past my house. And then back to the west side.
Mhm.
Okay. Steve told me he would never lie to me, right?
Mhm.
And I trusted him. Okay. He told me that he used to live in where?
In Virginia?
Do you know where in Virginia?
No, I don't, just in Virginia.
And was in
Was in prison?
prison for
Something he did when he was a teenager.
involving
Drugs and guns.
that there was a
What, like the shooting?
shooting,
There was a shooting, yeah. There was some type of shooting.
someone died.
I think, or injured.
Well, what did he tell you? You told me a couple times that
I'm pretty sure they died. I'm about 60% sure, but I'm assuming that's why he went to prison for that long, but
did he tell you how long he went to prison?
nope, and he would not specify on.
Okay. I know he said he was married
Mhm.
and divorced.
Yep.
And that he has 2 children.
Yep.
But you don't know much more about him?
No, like I said, I only talked to his kid up in livestock when I go on there.
Okay. Have you ever talked to his ex-wife or wife?
I'm really thinking I should have about now.
Okay. Once the car was, set on fire, Linda got mad and kicked Steve out.
Mhm.
She shut off his phone too.
Mhm.
He got a track phone.
Yeah, that's what it is. I didn't know it was a track phone.
He got a cell phone from Walmart
Mhm.
and would buy minutes, right,
Yeah.
for the phone. He moved into a motel on South Ashland near Dino Stop. the motel is on the same side as the gas station.
Oh, and also, after the motel, we lived with another person. He lived with, a person over on, Western,
With male or female?
male.
Do you know his name?
No, I have to think about it. He lived with someone over on Western for a while too, after he didn't have enough money to keep staying in a hotel room, it's just too much money.
Okay.
I remember that.
Yeah. Okay, so. Okay. He didn't have enough money to stay at the motel, so he stayed on Western. Don't know what the guy's name is.
No.
Okay. Do you know where on Western? Was it an apartment building or a?
It was a house.
Okay. Do you know what the cross streets were?
No, it's on Western.
Okay. By cross streets, I mean, streets in between. So if he lived on Western.
Oh, I get you now.
No, that's okay.
I'm sorry, I just,
I apologize. I should have.
yeah, I didn't.
I'm sorry. We say that a lot, but I didn't.
Yeah, I was a police officer.
Yeah, sorry. Is it close to another street that you can think of? Is it like close to, let's see, so.
Military was up there.
Okay.
I remember military.
Do you know where Fisk Street is? Fisk Street is to the east of Military, toward downtown.
Then past it.
So walk, let's pretend we're driving to the guy's house. If you're on Military, come in from where?
If I'm military, I'm coming in from like towards the Lambeau area.
Okay.
I'm going that way.
And you're going toward
Like
Western?
South.
Yep.
Going towards South.
Okay. Do you
Okay.
turn left or right?
I make a right, and I go down all the way down on Western, that's all the way down there. If you get to Western,
It's
kind of at the end.
end of Western?
Kind of, yeah.
So it's past South Oneida? Do you go through an intersection?
South Oneida, no, it's not. South Oneida is the one by Culver's.
No.
And the CVS,
No.
that's on Oneida?
Actually, yes.
That is Oneida.
Oh, Oneida Street there would be a stop sign there, not a stoplight.
Okay, no, there's not past Oneida.
Okay.
There's not past
So it's
Oneida.
on Western, but it's east of Military. Do you remember?
Yes.
Okay. So if you took a right on Western, do you remember going to a stop sign, one stop sign kind of at the top of a hill, and then stopping and going
A
through?
four-way?
Yeah.
A four-way, yeah.
Yep. So that's Fisk Street.
Oh, yeah, we passed that, yeah.
And then you don't remember going through another stop sign? Okay. Okay. And was it in the area of Culver's, or it's Culver's now, isn't it? It used to be Hardee's over there.
We're by CVS?
Yeah,
Yeah. By the school.
Oh,
The little elementary school is over there, yep.
It's near there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So in a house east of 5th Street. Okay. From there, Steve moved in with who?
I'm sorry, what?
From after Steve lived with the guy on Western,
With his friends,
and what's his name?
Car wash.
And do you know what street he lives on?
15.
On 15th. Is it street or avenue? 15th.
I think it's street, 15th Street.
15th Street.
Right? I think it's 15th Street, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so, but close enough. Okay. So Steve has never, let me turn this so we can get him on. Steve has never been violent toward you?
No, not in any sort of way. Not physically, not emotionally, not anything.
Do you, and you said you don't really argue?
No, I mean, we talk and cuss at each other, that's about it.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like a straight up argue, fucking fighting about it, no. Like, we'll talk and just cuss at each other because we're mad.
Okay. Not fight. He, thinks about things before he says them. Isn't that what you told me? That he kind of thinks about stuff?
It's just from growing up. Like, it's just from growing up, like, his friend has cancer. So every time he goes out for a cigarette, me and him both want to be like, hey, you know, smoking cigarettes gives you cancer. You want to filter that shit through our mouth and be like, well, shouldn't talk, you know? And it's just basic shit that you learn as you grow up and get older, you know? But I have still have an issue with that. I have a filtering problem.
You're 21 years old.
Yeah. Sometimes I just like hear my voice.
You'll be working on that the rest of your life. I'm still working on it every single day, and if you talk to some of my bosses here, they'll tell you I'm a colossal failure. That I should think about the things I say.
Yeah, I just need a little bit of a filter.
I get it. Yeah, I get it. We do our best, don't we?
Yeah.
You can't be perfect. Okay. He thinks about things, should I take that out, or how do you, what do you wanna?
I just take it out. It doesn't even sound right.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna ask you specifically about, May of this year, mid-May. Do you remember anything about mid-May? Or
anything
about May?
unusual or particular?
Yeah.
No. I think May was the best time that we actually had.
So he didn't act any differently?
Not at all.
And when you say you think it was the best time you ever had, what do you mean?
Like we were just so in love. No, you're first in love, and you always want to be around the person and call them cute little names and just like sit and smile and stare at them and stupid shit, I guess.
Was that when you were just beginning, or?
Pretty much. For everything, and more of me was starting to like him more and more and more and more. Cause I seen him, what a great guy he was, how nice he was, how he treated his kids. How he treated his ex-wife and how civil he was about it.
Have you seen him with his kids or his ex-wife?
No, they're in Virginia. I'm just saying, like, texting, calling him.
Oh. Okay.
I hear their conversation. The answer is on shit right in front of me. Like,
Okay.
I've seen it all. I mean, like, he's not rude about it in any way. And I asked him all the time, like, why are you not more rude to her? Why, after everything she did to you, why are you not more salty towards her, you know? It's just like, just wanted to go over it with, you know? She obviously did what she did, she wasn't happy, so I had to do me.
Okay. So,
He's such a good guy, I just...
so I even heard the way he talked to his ex-wife, and even though she cheated on him, he was cool to her.
To be honest, he was nice. He was really nice. He was really nice to her.
Okay. So really, you have no idea. There was never anything off.
He's really nothing. No sign, nothing he said, his body movement, what he did, his actions, nothing. If anything, he treated me better.
What do you mean?
Like, I was going through her. I obviously didn't have a job for a while, and I finally did get one. It took 2 weeks to get a paycheck, okay? And then I actually had to wait 3 weeks because I came in a fucked up pay period. So, like, I had no gas. I couldn't pay for my cell phone bill. I had no cigarettes. Basic shit that I guess, not need, but want. He took care of it. Without even asking a question, nothing. He went on his own and took care of it to make me happy. He literally went out of his way to do that. So I don't understand. A guy that goes out of his way. No way, there's no way it has to be coming out. There's no fucking way this is no way.
Is there anything at all you can think of? You just are blindsided by this.
There's no way that he would have done that. There's literally no way now. We're practically with each other all the time. He's sweet, he's awesome, he's never been violent in any way. And even if so, was this just a random girl, or was this the girl he knew? Was this one of Linda and Ed's friends that he met? Like, don't know. I don't know. I've never seen him around any other girls besides me. I don't understand. The only girl I've seen around was this girl Heather that Linda was friends with. The only girl, but every time she came over for Linda.
Who's that?
Heather? This girl that came over for Linda. She would try to get some pills off of Linda.
Do you know what her last name was?
Nope. All I know is her name was Heather.
Do you know how old she was?
They stayed around Linda's age, maybe my mom's age, 40s, early 40s, late 40s.
That's not her.
It's not her.
I'm gonna go get you a picture so that we're talking about the right Steve, okay?
Okay.
Just to make damn sure, all right?
Mhm.
Okay. Actually, how about this? Before I do that, because I think we're just about done with this, unless you can give me any other information. Let's read this, get that taken care of. I'll go grab a picture, check on your phone, because I don't want to run in and out of the room. I want to get everything done all at one time. And do you need another soda? Do you need another cigarette break?
I'm fine.
Okay. When we do this, if there's anything that needs to be changed, stop me right away instead of waiting until we get to the end, all right? My name is Jordan Schuyler, and I'm 21 years old. I completed 11 years of school and can read and write English. I understand I'm not under arrest and I'm free to leave at any time. I'm giving this statement to Sergeant Nikki Yankee Creek. I live at 329 Bader Street with my mom, Heather Schuyler. I've lived there all my life. A friend of my mom's, Corey Linu, last name unknown, has been staying for about a week since he had problems with his wife. Nobody else lives with us. Come on in. Currently. Thank you. Yep. Nobody else lives with us. Where am I?
No, 3 years.
Currently. I've been dating Steve Birch for about 4 or 5 months now. Who's that? Who is that? We began seeing each other around April or May, and at that time, he was living with Linda and Ed. Do you know what street they lived on? I stayed there all the time with him and would talk with Linda and Ed. I pretty much stayed there with him until 4 or 5 in the morning and then went home. That was literally every day. We texted when we weren't together. We never texted each other when we were with each other. There was a situation when Linda's car was stolen out of her driveway. Steve had the car, and when he came home, he forgot to take the keys out of the car. When he came home to Linda and Ed, right? Mm-hmm. He forgot to take the keys out of the car. He went inside the house and went to bed. I wasn't there, but I know he has left keys in cars plenty of times. The car was taken and then later started on fire. I know this because a cop called me and told me that Linda's car sideswiped another car near my house and then was driven back to the area of Linda's house where it was started on fire. The cop asked me whether Steve was with me, and I told him no, that I didn't think Steve had anything to do with it. That I didn't think Steve had anything to do with it either, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So I had gone home that night because I had to work in the morning. Mm-hmm. And wanted to get some sleep. And is that when you were working at the bridal place?
Actually, I think, no, okay. Bridal, yeah, no, you're right, it's bridal place, I'm sorry, everything's just...
That's okay. It's David's bridal? Yeah. And had to sleep before work, so, because I worked customer service and didn't want to be crabby, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Steve told me he didn't have anything to do with it, and I thought it was weird that the car was just taken by a random person and happened past my house and then back to the west side.
And that I asked him all the time, and I asked him in different and multiple ways, but he always gave me the same answer.
Okay. So I asked him multiple ways whether he was the one who did it, right? Mm-hmm. But he always answered...
He always answered the same way. He always had the same answer, just literally at home sleeping.
The same way that he was at home sleeping. And
he had to get to work for 5.
Because he work at the time?
It was a landscaping place.
I think he was working at a landscaping place.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where it was?
No, I didn't also know that he was outside cleaning the dirt.
Okay. So you have no idea where, and you don't remember what it was called?
I also know that it was landscaping.
Okay. Steve told me he would never lie to me, and I trusted him. He told me that he used to live in Virginia and was in prison for something he did when he was a teenager involving drugs and guns, that there was a shooting and someone died or was injured. He said he was married and divorced and that he had 2 children, but I don't know much more about him. Let's do this. Once the car was set on fire, Linda got mad and kicked Steve out. She shut off his cell phone too. He got a cell phone from Walmart and bought minutes for the phone. He moved into a motel on South Ashland near Dino Stop. The motel is on the same side of the road as the gas station. After the motel, he lived with a male who lived on Western, because he didn't have enough money to stay at the motel. I don't know what the guy's name was, but he lived in a house east of Fisk Street in Green Bay. From there, Steve moved in with Waz on 15th Street in Green Bay. Do you know about when he moved there?
No.
Okay. Steve has never been violent toward me in any sort of way. We don't argue, we talk and cuss at each other, but not fight. I don't remember anything unusual in particular about May of 2016. Steve didn't act any differently at all. We were so in love, and I was starting to like him more and more. I even heard the way he talked to his ex-wife, and even though she cheated on him, he was nice to her. There was no sign of that anything was wrong. He treated me really well and would give me money when I needed it to make me happy. He would go out of his way to do that. There's no way he would be involved in any murder. Anything else?
Mm-hmm.
This is the end of my statement. Oh, you know what I wanted to do? I own what's your car called?
Did you say Scion?
Scion?
No, I think it starts with an S.
Yep, Scion.
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know much about cars, I'm sorry, I'm
Nobody
not a guy.
has ever driven it but me, right?
Correct.
I have never let Steve drive or use it.
Correct.
Okay, do you want to read through this again?
I'm good, I was reading it right along with you.
So what we do, have you ever done electronic signatures?
Like prescriptions and shit.
Okay, same thing, exact same thing. This is our stylus, all right? So I'm going to have you sign here at the end of this page, and I would ask if you can, don't go below that line. And then we're going to come down here, and this is a 2-page statement, so right here. And I'll have you sign here. I'm gonna have to move the page after you get done with the signature. Do you need to have that any bigger?
No, I should be fine.
Very good. And I'll have you, then date time, and I'll give you the date time in just a sec.
Say the 6th. Right.
I'm sorry, 7th, September 7th, 1:30 PM. Have you changed phones at all?
No, it's my phone, high school.
Okay, I'm gonna go check on your phone. Same phone since high school? You've had BlackBerry since,
Oh, no, I had to get different phones, but I have the same number, same carrier, everything since high school.
how long have you had this particular cell phone?
I'd say maybe a year.
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do.
Hmm.
I'm going to create a PDF file, you see that? And email this to my work email address. And I'm gonna change the name of this to Jordan Schuyler. I'm saying that right now, right?
Can I get it also sent to my
Okay,
email?
fine. No, I'm sorry, but I can't.
Do I get a copy of the statement at least?
It's going to be, okay, first of all, if everything is true and accurate in the statement and nothing needs to be changed, or there are no blatant outward lies, when you're ready, press send. That means it's been sent. Okay. So what happens is, this is a part of the case file. And so we get a lot of people that ask if they can get a copy of their statement, but we don't do that. It's a records issue, and we can't legally release it.
But after this is said, it's all done with, it's gonna be public record though, right?
Well, this is going to be a part of the case file. Okay? So that means that a copy of this statement is going to go in the case file. It's going to be part of this whole entire case, along with everybody else's.
When was that picture taken?
Today.
This was taken today?
Mm-hmm.
He's in booking?
He's in jail. Yeah.
I can't talk to him or see him?
Well, I would imagine he can make phone calls from the jail. And I would imagine you can talk to him by phone if he calls. You know what, young lady, this has been beyond a really shitty day for you. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. I just have one last question for you. And this is not an easy question for me to ask, because I think I know the answer already. Is there any way at all that your DNA is going to be found in that crime scene?
I don't even know where he did it.
Is there any way at all that your DNA is going to be found in a field? Were you there? The only way your DNA could be found in that field is if you were there. I'm going to ask you for a buccal swab. Is that something you'll do voluntarily? I'm sorry.
I don't care. It was like nothing. You want to go for it.
Thank you for that. I'm gonna get some tissue. Be right back. They are just about done with this one.
I can't talk to him or see him.
Well, you have to be, I'm gonna help you figure out a way to do that if you want to. So, this is a consent form for a buccal swab, and all this is elimination. So this does not go into a database. We take, a swab of your mouth that gives us DNA. We compare it to the DNA that was on the murder scene. And if you're not part of that, then you're eliminated as a suspect, and then that's destroyed, that DNA is destroyed. Okay, so this says, I do hereby consent to give a buccal swab, it's an oral swab, which will be obtained by Nikki Yankee of the Brown County Sheriff's Office. I have been advised and I understand that an authorized representative of the Wisconsin Crime Lab will examine these samples. So the Wisconsin Crime Lab has the DNA from the crime scene, and that's what we're talking about, that will take your DNA and compare it to make sure that none of your DNA is on the scene. I've had the collection procedure explained to me by Nikki Yankee, and so what that is I take a sterile swab and collect it from the cheek inside your mouth. I understand that I do not have to submit to the collection of that sample, and I do so knowingly and willingly. I also understand that the sample will not be kept permanently. So
Did he consent to this?
He asked for an attorney.
Don't fucking understand. How can something be so nice and be so awesome and do so much for you and be with you all the time? There's no way.
Jordan,
No way.
Jordan,
Never need that to see it. Even if it was. How could...
Jordan. It happens every day. Every day. To very nice people like you. That does not mean every human being on the face of the planet is a liar. There are some people who do,
What about
and
if it
some
wasn't
people who are
him?
really good.
What if it wasn't him? What if there's that slim chance that it wasn't him, though? There's just too much evidence pointing at him. Such a nice guy. I just want to see my dog home.
So, the way you talk to him is he puts you on a visiting list, or, well, he can call you from the jail. Or he has to put you on a visiting list. Ooh, I need you to print your name here.
Sorry.
Okay.
Can you please just tell him to do something so I can see his dog can cute?
I'm sorry, I won't do that.
How am I supposed to get on the phone?
He'll get in touch with you, I'm certain of that. But I have to be honest, I won't do that.
There's literally no way for me even to try that. So something like this didn't happen. Oh no, there'd be no way for me to even call him to tell him to put me on there, even if I wanted to. Right?
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to take a deep breath, and let's try that again.
Even if something like this didn't happen, and we were sitting here talking, you tell me, and I just found out he was in there, how would I be able to talk to him to tell him to put me on there, or give me a call if I can't get a hold of him and tell him? How does...
You can, people can make phone calls to the jail. I'm sorry, people can make phone calls out of the jail. And then if you were to want to communicate with him, you can always write him a letter in the jail and send it to him, care of his name, and that would get to him. Okay, and I'll give you that address. But that's really the only way, if somebody doesn't make the call from the jail out, that's really the only way. Okay. So, when was the last time you had any soda? Did you just drink it?
No,
A couple minutes ago?
maybe like 5 minutes ago.
All right. So what I'm going to have you do is open your mouth, and I'm going to take a swab on the inside of, I'm going to start with your left cheek, and it's just saliva is a way that we develop a DNA profile. And
Doesn't matter, there could have been anything there.
there's DNA, yeah.
Of another person that
And so we
you
want to
don't
make
know.
sure, no, we're using this as an elimination.
I know, but there's another DNA besides his and hers.
DNA gets very complicated, and I can't have this conversation with you. Okay? Are you ready?
But there was someone else's stuff there that you guys
didn't
aren't
say
sure.
that. I understand. I understand completely, and don't apologize, okay? This is quite a shock. I can't imagine what it would be like right now, honestly. I can't imagine what it would be like to be sitting where you're sitting. I honestly, I can't. And all I can say is I'm sorry. I honestly wish you weren't sitting here too. Ready? Okay. Now you open your mouth. And the right side. You want to shoulder or something? I'm gonna go check on your phone, okay?
Is there a bathroom here?
Yeah? You bet. Can I get you anything to drink? No more caffeine, huh? I'm gonna go check your phone, see what we can do to get you out of here, all right?
fucking way. You did not kill a girl. Why would you do that?
What does this mean? Make that come back. The only thing, what is that?
I'm in birthday with my mom and him don't get along. He came over for my birthday when I got to the second part and wanted to go home. Just be nice. And prove to my mom that he actually cares about me. He came out such nice to.
He what?
He came out and sucked it up. It was nice to her. He knows my family's very important to you, especially my mom. And I just wanted them to get along. No, it doesn't matter.
Is there anything I can do? Give him my card, right?
I really just want to talk to the family next time. The only thing I want.
You're gonna have time, if you want to, you're gonna have time to send him a letter.
Right now.
No, you can wait till you get home and then, you know.
What do you mean? Oh, no.
Well, he's gonna be in jail for a while. He's not going anywhere. Let me get out of here.
My mom.
Yeah, your mom's here. I'm certain that your mom's here. If she's not, I'm gonna give you a ride home.